And that should be... Yep, it's Metatron learning his final skill, and thus becoming invincible to everything magical. What am I going to get rid of, though? So that's the problem, it's either... Well, really, this works on everything, and then this only works on things that aren't immune to strike, so might as well get rid of that. I like Automataru. So with that, we have an almost invincible Metatron. And as far as how we're going money-wise, I've got a little bit of money. Maybe I should do my Compendium completion now. I've found some relatively cheap ways to fuse some of the personas that I'm missing, so hopefully this won't cost too much, and I can spend the rest of it buying back. I mean, I just realized it's mainly Hallel that I need to get back, unless I want Thanatos for thematic purposes in the final battle. We'll see about that when we get there, but first... Okay, let's go over the personas that I need before we have 100% of the Compendium. Actually, I think I'm actually full up on persona slots. I might need to dismiss some things before I start my fusion spree. So let's first check. Yeah, I am full. And everything there is what I already have. So you see, Chernobog is one of the personas that I don't actually have yet, but no way am I giving up Satan or Messiah for it. Nope. Yeah, those are way too expensive. I have far cheaper ways of getting Chernobog, so I'm not going to be doing that. For now, I am just going to dismiss some stuff. It was kind of funny that one of the personas that I needed did show up as a possible fusion from what I have, but I'm not going to go for that. Okay, so 3 empty slots. That should suffice for my purposes. So, let's check the Compendium and see what we're missing. Well, we actually can't. And I'm going to need to register you. So, in Persona 3, there are no gaps in the Compendium to give you an idea of what you're missing. That was a nice handy feature that was added in later games. So, for Full, I'm actually missing one full Persona, and that would be Slime. From what I can see, the easiest way I can get Slime is Orpheus and Legion, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll actually be needing Orpheus for quite a few of these. But here's the first one. Now, Slime is going to be a component of another one of these fusions that I need to do. So, Orpheus and Legion. Yeah, believe it or not, wow, it looks so tiny. Believe it or not, we have not fused Slime in this playthrough. Slime is actually amazing in Persona 4 and 5 because of starting out with a resistance to physical, not so much in this game, so yeah, there's a reason why I skipped it. So yes, there's Slime. Whatever. Anyway, I don't really care too much about these, so look how pathetic its stats are. I'm sorry, just at this point in the game. Oh, there's Raging Tiger, kind of a strange skill, but go ahead, I don't care. Master Unda on a Persona this week is actually not bad. I don't care. I do care! Get those images out of my head, please. So, now we have Slime. Technically, next one down on my list is Raja Naga from the Emperor Arcana, but there is another persona that I can make out of Slime. So, we're now completely done with Fool. We've got everything in Magician already, everything in Priestess, and Empress, but in Emperor we are missing Raja Naga. I'll come back for Raja Naga later. In Hierophant we have everything, Lovers we have everything, Chariot we have everything, Justice we are missing Dominion. So for Dominion, we need Slime and Kikuri Hime, who I believe is in Priestess. I hope she's not too expensive. That is very expensive. Dang it. Well, at the very least, it's productive because I have Slime anyway. There's probably a much cheaper way of getting Dominion, but I should have enough money to do what I need to do. So, Kikuri Hime and Slime makes Dominion, and I really, well, inheriting Masuku Unda and Growth 3 is actually pretty good. So here's Dominion, the only one of the angels that we don't have at this point. I recall you can get Dominion relatively early from defeating FOEs in Persona Q, like at a level where it's much higher than you are. And it actually does help for quite a bit, I remember. But, I mean, Dominion's pretty decent for the point that you have access to it in this game. Endure Dark is nowhere near as bad as Null Dark, though. And there's Hammer Boost if you really like Hammer skills. And Mazionga. Kind of ironic, but yeah. I was saying before, Raging Tiger would be a lot better if there were ways that you could rage yourself in this game. I know that enemies have skills like that in Persona 4 and 5, not so much in this game, though. Actually, with the items like Odd Morsel and Rancid Gravy, you might be able to enrage yourself, but it is unreliable because those things just give you a random status. So that's Dominion registered. Next we have, should I go for Rajanaga next? The one that I've got listed here is Gunga and Loa. So Gunga, I believe, is in Priestess, and is kind of expensive, but not that much. So we'll take Gunga, and then we'll take Loa, who's in Death. Which is right in the middle of the Arcana, so there's no real quick way to reach it. Okay, this is costing a little bit, but hopefully I should be able to get through this. The one I'm really worried about is Chernobog, because that one can be kind of expensive. So, Loa and Gunga makes Rajanaga, and I don't really care about the inherited skills here. I only care about the Compendium completion. So, this should, hopefully... Yes, it did. This should complete the Emperor Arcana. Unfortunately, you won't be the harbinger of my victory. We're kind of, we've got much, much better personas for that at this point. Mataru Kaja's not bad, though, especially at the level that you get it. Torrent Shot is decent, and it's immediately going to change. Let's go for it. Vigorate 2. Not amazing, but oh well. Null Panic. Let's just get rid of that. And Mazionga. I don't really care about what I give up for that. So we now have Rajanaga. And let's just quickly check to see if there's anything we can... Succubus, okay. And then Dominion, not much. So I'm actually going to have to leave the Velvet Room now and dismiss those two. Not before registering them, though. Not you. You. And now I'll leave the Velvet Room. We now have 96%, and I'm back, and it's time to do two fusions, both of which involve Apsaras and Gur. So firstly, I'm actually going to go ahead and get Orpheus because of, Actually, do I need Orpheus? Just... Yeah, I might have to dismiss something. Okay, yeah, firstly I'm just going to go for this, because I'm going to need Orpheus back anyway later. And now I need Apsaras and Gur. So Apsaras is the lowest level of the Priestess. And I'm surprised that such a relatively high-level persona is made with such cheap components, but Apsaras and Gur... as you'll soon see... does indeed make Nandi the highest well, the one-star persona that we're missing, the lowest level star arcana. I kind of totally slipped up there. But yes, I could have made Nandi much earlier, and usually I like to go for Nandi as my go-to persona for getting bonus points for the star arcana. But I just didn't have the time to. Like several star personas, Nandi is from Hindu mythology. And that is a weird animation. But we now have completed the Star Arcana entirely. And yes, every Arcana between Justice and Tower is all 100% done. I mean, we needed all the other Death Personas to get Thanatos anyway. And we needed all the other Devil Personas, well, most of the other Devil Personas to get Beelzebub. And we needed all the Hangman Personas to get Attis. So most of them we've already taken care of. For now, though, let's quickly see. It does not look like I can make anything decent out of Nandi, so I'm going to have to dismiss Nandi. Well, I mean, I should register Nandi, but at this point, I don't really care that much. Now we need to get Apsaras and Gur back again, because we need to do a triple fusion involving both of them and Orpheus. So, Apsaras is there, and Gur is back in Moon. This persona is Eligor, the only persona of the Tower Arcana that we don't have yet. So there's Gur. So just to quickly show you, I've now completely finished the Star Arcana. Devil's done, Temperance is complete, Death is also complete, and Hangman and Strength are complete. So, time to finish off Tower. We're at 97%, I'm actually getting pretty excited that we're almost there. This time it's time for a Triangle Fusion, and this is the lowest level of the Tower Arcana. The reason why I'd never got Eligor earlier is because you don't technically need a Tower Arcana persona for that one, so I didn't really feel that it was important. But, if you do want to make Mutatu's Link go faster, it's like you can speed up Mutatu's Link, but you don't really need to. You look so much more higher resolution than Persona 5. But, yep, there's Eligor, or one of the earliest guard captains if you played Persona 5. Eligor's changed arcanas, I think, in all of the games it's been in. It's Emperor in 5, and I believe he's Chariot in 4. Not that great of a skill change. Dodge Ice. Yeah. Wind Boost. Not really that great. Revolution is decent, though. And that is all. Now, the reason why I fused Eligor then is because if I get Orpheus back again, and fuse Orpheus with Eligor, we can make one of the 2 personas in the Moon Arcana we're missing. So at this point, there should only be 4 personas left. 2 in Moon and 2 in Judgment. So, let's just quickly register Eligor, because you actually might come in handy. And let's get Orpheus back. Orpheus has been seeing a lot of action in this episode. Kind of fitting, being like the very end of the game and our very first persona seeing use. So Sun is complete, but we're missing 2 personas from Moon and 2 from Judgment. Aeon is completely finished. So, let's go ahead and make our first missing persona of the Moon Arcana, which would be Yamata no Orochi. This is actually a persona that I usually like to fuse much earlier in the game, but this time I didn't need it. It's very, very good for, I think it's one of the Dancer bosses, because of its immunity to Slash, and other certain immunities that it has. I think it's immune to, yeah, it's immune to Wind as well. Actually, no, not immunity to Slash, the exact opposite, weak to Slash, but immune to both Wind and Ice. And Dodge Ice is totally pointless. Let's go for it. Evade Wind. That's okay. Swift Strike, which is actually amazing in Persona 5. It's not actually as good here at all. Ice Boost, yeah, let's get rid of the pointless skill. And we finally have Susanoo's Nemesis. With that, the other missing Moon Arcana persona is Chernobog, and this one might be expensive. The combination that I've got written in my notes here is Barong and Mott, which is going to be pretty expensive. But let me just quickly check, 98%, we're getting there. So for Moon... yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do a fuse down, because Chernobog is quite high level, so I may have to go the Barong and Mott route. So Mott is under the Death Arcana. Not as expensive as I expected, though. And then we have Barong, who's all the way back in Emperor. Who is quite expensive. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to go back in and grind again. But let's go for Chernobog. Marong and Bort, and I mixed their letters around. Barong and Mott is going to make Chernobog, and once again, I don't really care about the skills. Chernobog looks pretty cool, though. And you might also recognize it as the name of the monster from Fantasia. And thus Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so that item is the Black God's Rock. I forget exactly what it does. That is freaky. I forget exactly what it does, though. Chernobog is also, I believe, from Slavic mythology, which is something that is not that common in this game, but is pretty cool. I forget what the Black God's Rock does. Is it immunity to strike or something? I don't know if it's immunity or anything like that. I'll have to check, but Mechadola. Okay. I don't need both. Well, I don't need either of these, because you nullify slash attacks anyway, but that actually could be good fusion fodder, so I'll get rid of dodge slash. And after quickly checking to see if I can make anything new out of Chernobog, which I probably can't, that completes the Moon Arcana, by the way, so we only have 2 personas left. Grr. Yeah, nothing really important. I'm gonna have to dismiss those 2. Because I'm going to need a full 3 persona slots for Anubis, the lowest level persona of the Judgment Arcana. That's going to come from Orpheus, Lenan Seed, and Pale Rider. Okay, we have the requisite components. Let's go for it. Pale Rider. We are in the wrong fusion menu. I need the triangle spread. Orpheus, Lenan Seed, and that's not it. I guess I wrote that down wrong. I can make Anubis from this, but it involves Shiva. Well, if a tower persona fits the bill, hopefully Eligor is gonna work. Please tell me that I'm not, like, a few thousand or 100 yen off of Michael, because I'm going to need Michael for the next part of this. Well, there's Anubis. Very, very, very annoying to fight in Persona 5, I'll give you that. But anyway, don't really care about skill inheritance, let's go. So this is one of the 2 Judgment Personas that we need to complete that Arcana. The Bearer of the Scales. Makarakan is a pretty decent skill, though. The problem is that you never need a Judgment Persona because the Link automatically ranks up, so it's kind of not all that useful to get the lowest level Judgment Arcana Persona. But Null Ice and Null Elec is decent. Pretty good to pass on to other things via fusion. And now here's the thing, I have listed because Trumpeter is the next one I need. The last one I need. How fitting that the one who plays the trumpet on Judgment Day is the final thing that I need for the Compendium. And I was planning on just doing a multi-judgment fusing down to get Trumpeter, 99%. That depends on whether or... Oh my... Really?! Wow! Wow! Oh, that is frustrating. And you can't sell stuff while you're in Tartarus, otherwise I'd just sell a couple of random items and I'd have enough. Really? Oh. Oh, but Anubis and Michael is the best method that I have to make Trumpeter. I can see if I have a method to fuse it via a 3-way, but I'm not sure that I do. That is really painful. Oh yeah, at least something here that I can show. Anubis, Messiah, Shiva. We can actually make Orpheus Telos like this. So yeah, Orpheus Telos can be fused by ways other than that special 6-way fusion, which is kind of unique. Anyway though, I'm gonna have to grind a bit more money. 99%! 99% of the compendium, and I'm just that far off. Oh, that's frustrating. But I would have had to have grinded money anyway, because I need to buy back Hallel. So, I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Well, we have enough to get Michael now. But I'm going to have to go back in and grind even more because I definitely want Hallel back. So... yeah, wow, can't believe we've gone through almost all of our money this quickly, but that's what happens when you go for 100% compendium completion, I guess. Speaking of which, let me just check Skadi. Skadi can't seem to make anything decent. Okay, so... Anubius and Michael, we make Trumpeter, who, as I've said many, many times, is nowhere near as good as he was in Persona 4. But getting both the Mahama and Mamuro skills is pretty good, at least. I suppose I'll show the full animation here, please don't be an accident. Because this will, please don't be an accident, if it's not an accident, be the last fusion of the playthrough, I believe. Come on. No accident. Good. Igor was not a troll. We have Trumpeter. No epic trumpet sound there. You'll just have to imagine it. We have summoned the power of Hoenn. And yeah, Trumpeter mainly learns ice skills and ice break in this game. Not really all that great, unfortunately. No debilitate or heat riser. Tetrakarn is alright though, I guess. You know we don't really need that. No, I actually need that. And that should hopefully, if I've been checking my list right, that should be the last one that we need. Let's quickly see if we can fuse anything out of Trumpeter though. Unfortunately, no extra Hallel or anything like that. Suppose we should register Trumpeter. Level 70 is nothing to sneeze at. And if we check here, yes, we've done it! 100% of the compendium. What is our reward for doing this? Absolutely nothing! Yeah, they didn't start introducing 100% compendium rewards until Persona 4 Golden, I think, so this is purely for bragging rights. You need to be on a max social links run to do this and have completed all of Elizabeth's requests that unlock new fusions, but we've done it. We have every single Persona in the entire game. Really, the main reward is that your compendium carries over to New Game Plus, so basically, I've got a very big selection if I do a New Game Plus. But yes, we have every single Persona. that's all of them. I never thought that I would be getting 100% Compendium completion in this playthrough, but I've done it. It's actually pretty amazing. I can't believe it. We have every single persona. Now I just need to think about which ones to bring to the final battle. Obvious choices are Messiah, Orpheus Telos, and Metatron. I also want to bring Vishnu and Ananta for their fusion combo. Want to bring you, and I'm going to need Hallel for certain reasons. Alilat might actually not be bad. I still want Shiva. I'm going to want to get rid of these two probably. Koryu I might actually bring because they're one of the few things I have here that has Summer Calm. And that might be pretty useful. So, I'm going to need to grind and get Hallel back, but really, apart from Hallel and maybe Thanatos, there's really... I've pretty much got most of my final lineup, really. Gonna have to dismiss these two, though. Sorry, but I'm not really going to be using you. So, a bit of off-screen money grinding, and I will be pretty much ready. Next time, there is not very much to do left in the game, so the next episode will be a bit of a retrospective just before the final battle. I'm not going to have much time to really discuss my final thoughts on this series and the game itself in the credits, so I'm going to be doing that during our final few days on the town. And then, it'll be time for the final battle. Get ready. I'll see you then.